Hey guys, this weekend we got UFC 308 taking place in Abu Dhabi, with Max Holloway taking on Ige V Tuporia for the featherweight championship. It's a pretty stacked card. We got a really big main card going on, which is what I'm going over today. I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions. And we're starting off with Sharapudin Magomedov versus Armen Petrosyan. And to be honest, I feel like this was kind of I wouldn't say a layup for Sharapudin, but I feel like it's definitely one lined up for him to win. It'll be one of his tougher tests since joining the UFC. It's only his third fight, but I think it's a bit tougher than even his debut when he fought Bruno Silva. But yeah, Sharapudin, I feel like he has the kicks, he has the momentum, he has the power, and he has the home field advantage. You know, people are going to be behind him there. And Petrosyan, like, I feel like his path to victory here would be to try to take down Sharapudin, just because, like, if he tries to strike with him, I don't think there's much for him to do there. Yeah, so I feel like if he doesn't mix it up and he just tries to stand and bang with him, he's for sure going to lose it. And I see Sharapudin probably beating him by knockout, TKO, within the second round, by round 2 for sure. But if Armen's able to mix up the MMA, he might be able to take him down and, you know, get some control time, maybe win that way. But we've also seen, like, Sharapudin, like, he's pretty good off of his back. He's good with, like, elbows and everything like that. So I feel like this will be pretty tough for Armen to try to pull off. So this one, I gotta go with Sharapudin. By round 2 knockout, probably. All right, next up, we got Magomed Ankelaev going against Alexander Rakic. And look, I'm not one of these, like, Alex Pereira glazing fangirls, but I'm praying on Magomed Ankelaev's downfall. I hope he doesn't fight for the belt. As petty as that might sound, I don't want another grappler like him kind of stinking up a division. And because we already have Bilal, we already have Merab, I kind of just want to keep it keep one division at least, like, with a good striker. So I'm hoping, like, Magomed somehow like slips, or like something happens where, like, the fight's called and, like, they have to reschedule it or something. And this one is a real 50-50 fight, because they're both pretty good light heavyweights, because it's not that good of a division. Magomed has the plot armor for this one. I think he has the momentum. He has the more well-roundedness. He could definitely, like, mix it up. He's good at striking. He's good at taking it down. He could stink it up if he needs to. You know, just hold him against it, like we saw against Jan Blachowicz when they fought for the belt. We saw Jan Blachowicz hurting him with the low kick, which I think Rakic will also have at his disposal in this fight. But once it got down to it, Magomed was able to take down Jan Blachowicz and keep it there when he needed it to. So I feel like if Magomed can take and mix it up, I feel like this is a pretty easy win for him. But if Rakic could, you know, compromise that leg really early and try to keep it at range and utilize his 1-2, I think this could be a good fight for him. But like I said, I think Magomed has the plot armor. He has the momentum. I feel like he's destined to win this fight, especially, like, with the other guy. He has a home field advantage. Because he's going to have the people behind him. He's going to have the energy behind him. And yeah, I feel like Ankelaev is probably going to win this one by a decision. I don't see him submitting him. I don't see him really knocking him out or anything crazy like that. I see him just honestly, like, grinding out a decision and just beating him like that. Next fight, we got Dan Ige taking on Ige Murphy. And this is another kind of iffy fight for me, because I really like Dan Ige, especially after what he did with Diego Lopez and, like, showed up, like, a few hours notice and still putting on a really good fight. I feel like Dan Ige tends to only beat tomato cans, which sucks to say, because I really like him and I would like to see him, you know, move up. But he doesn't really beat anyone of note. I mean, he lost to Bryce Mitchell, and that's, you know, not a good look, because Mitchell's not the worst, but, you know, like, getting beat by him is not really a good look. And And then the thing with Lerone Murphy is he can kind of mix it up. He can make it boring if he has to. Like he can ride out a decision. Sure, he might be able to take down Ige, but Ige has like good takedown defense. He's able to get up pretty easily. So I feel like if Lerone Murphy can mix it up and like not just come in with more volume, but mix in with the takedowns, this is another one of those where I feel like Murphy's gonna win by decision. Nah. Yeah, no. I feel like Murphy's gonna win this one by decision unless Dan Ige can ride off the momentum that he had from this last fight. You know, keep that energy where he's like, oh, he's the guy that steps up. But if not, I don't see him winning this. So I'm gonna have to go with Lerone Murphy by decision. I see Lerone Murphy winning this by decision. And then for the co-main event, we got Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker. And if I'm being honest, like I'm real biased when it comes to Whittaker. I've been watching him for a very long time, so anytime he fights, like I'm always rooting for him. But I got an iffy feeling about this fight, especially with Khamzat and like him coming off of like his undefeated win streak. He just beat Usman and like all the people he's been beating. And the way he's been doing it, like what we saw him do to Usman in that first round is insane, you know? Like when you look at what Usman has done, and even in terms of grappling, like the fact that he was able to take his back like that is pretty insane to me. So I think Whittaker has to have trained very hard, especially for these takedowns and takedown defenses. So I'm hoping he pulled through and he trained accordingly. Because if not, I feel like Khamzat's his most dangerous in the first 2 rounds. He's gonna come out like a dog, like a bat out of hell, and he's gonna be just looking for his legs, and he's gonna be trying to take him down and submit him. And if Whittaker lets him, then it's pretty much game over, you know. But if he can survive the wrestling, survive that first and second round onslaught, then I think Whittaker. I know Whittaker will drown him in the 4th and 5th round. I feel like Khamzat will exhaust himself. We saw it with Gilbert Burns, even with Usman. He starts fading in that 3rd round even. And if Whittaker can pick up the volume and put on like an even higher pace on him, I don't think there's any way that Khamzat wins that, unless it's by decision. Like somehow the judges give him the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd round, but I don't see him like finishing Whittaker. I don't see him submitting him. Actually, no, that's not true. I could see him taking his back and submitting, like choking him out, maybe even getting him in a darce. But what I'm saying is, I don't think when he's exhausted, I don't think there's like any point of return for Khamzat. And I think Whittaker is gonna have his way with him, and he's gonna finish an exhausted Khamzat Chimaev in round 4. That's what I'm assuming, in like a standing TKO maybe against the fence. Like I could see Whittaker just like teeing off on him towards the end of the fight. So I got Whittaker winning by standing KO. And then the main event, we got Max Holloway versus Ige V Tuporia. And man, I keep seeing it. Everyone's going for Tuporia. Everyone's saying he's the next Conor. He's always undefeated. He's the best boxer in the UFC. He beat Volk, which is true, you know. But I can't look past Max Holloway. I don't see how a lot of fans are like just looking past him, just because this guy beat Volk and Volk beat him 3 times. I don't think like MMA math adds up like that, especially like, you know, you can go down the list of scenarios like that where it's just not the case. We have to take into account that Holloway isn't Volk. Like he has more volume, he has more durability, he has I believe he has more of an arsenal, maybe not with takedowns, but with kicks. Like he's good at body kicks, head kicks. I think that'll be there because Tuporia is a bit shorter. If he can keep the fight on the outside and not have like back himself up against the fence, I could see Holloway just outpointing him, outstriking him. Even if he gets taken down, I can see him scrambling his way back up or getting up with relative ease. Because people have been like trying to say that with Tuporia as well. It's like, oh, bro, he has jiu-jitsu, he has wrestling, like, but it's like, so what? Like Holloway, like, it doesn't matter. I don't feel like any of that matters, especially when you like look at who Holloway has fought. He's fought so many more people. And he does it in impressive fashion. And each fight he has, he gets even better and better and better. So I think to try to like compare Max to Volk isn't really fair, especially when you take into account like how soon Volk was coming off of a knockout previously, how Volk was trying to win. Like, he was just trying to out-macho Ige Tuporia, you know, but, like, I don't think Halloway would do that, you know. He's a lot smarter than that. Even when he was fighting Gaethje, he still showed some, like a lot of finesse in that last 10 seconds. Even though they were swinging like crazy, Halloway was still, like, moving in and out of, like, punches, and he was still able to, like, keep his composure and knock out Gaethje. I'm not saying Holloway's going to knock out Tuporia, because Tuporia is very durable, so I don't think that's the case. I do feel like he will win by unanimous decision for sure. I just don't see Tuporia winning. A lot of people are going for him, but man, I can't choose. I can't go against Halloway, man. Call me a casual, but I just can't do it. So I got Halloway by decision. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to like, follow, subscribe. Even follow us on Instagram, X, however you prefer. Let me know who you guys got this weekend, and we'll see you next time.